My name is Xavier and welcome back to Long War II. Hopefully this time I shoot something. Or at least have a little tricky maneuver. So we have 4 guys down, or was that 4? Yeah, it was 4. We have 12 turns to get way up here. We have to get inside this kind of awkwardly positioned prison, open the door, get the scientists out. Then we have to get all the way back to this evac. Okay, this is a much better mission than the last one. Much, much, much better. Wow, look at that. I hit tab and it takes all that time to scroll back. I noticed a Reddit post today, something about roofs with drones. Hate like Den of the Drones or something. Flight of the Valkyries, I forget what it was, but it's 100% accurate. People are learning. Stay off the roofs unless you want to meet some drones. I say as I run along a roof. Anywho, we have, ooh, Scruffy look? I noticed someone said that in the comments, Scruffy look. I think it was JC. Did the ing get just truncated? Scruffy look. Go have a look. I'm definitely the commander of comedy in this town. Anyway, let's just get up.
Already there.
Kind of wanna engage something unfortunately just to have a fight.
Move.
But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Sector, huh? Sounded like it's over here someplace. I'm gonna probably stay, well, no, there's a hack objective. I have to come kind of over here then. Alright, well let's do this. Let's drop down right in front of the car, because what are the odds of there being someone at the car? 0.
Getting there now.
Well, at the very least, we can get down here and see what's up, poke around the corner. Boy, I said nothing! Up we go. This time, I'm hitting tab, nothing's happening. Let her go.
Located.
We see a pod of lames. Just a bunch of lames. Now, again, I don't want to engage them right here. I do want to engage stuff, but I don't want to engage them here because by the time I get from there inside, that's when probably the evac will be, I mean, not the evac, the RNS will be called, and then I'll have to fight them. Who knows what they'll be. It'll just be kind of a madness and mayhem, misery and sadness and misery situation. So I want to attempt to avoid it. Up we go. We'll kind of hug this tower here and see if we can sneak by him.
Good to go.
And yes, we can. They're moving off someplace else. Speaking of, slow-mo 1.25. Get this show on the road. Let's go up with Scruffy look.
That's affirmative.
And we see nothing. This is interesting. So this building is kind of a big open lobby. Let me run right up in front of it.
Position.
Ooh, I saw something right there. See, that's why I hit Z to zoom out, because I saw something right here. I shouldn't have seen something, but I did, somehow. And I might be okay with engaging whatever that is.
Good to go.
I'm probably, oh, I guess I found it right now with Book of Eons.
Patrol on the move.
Hey guys. I wonder if that's what I saw before. I don't think it was. I think there's something else up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is extremely light. There's probably 2 solo drones. I'm guessing there's a drone on this roof. Alright, we'll probably just fight something next turn. That's fine by me.
Getting it done.
Grind, get on up, and... oh, Max!
Solid copy.
Max is just a drone murderer. Or he will be. If there is indeed a drone up there. I definitely heard the whoosh noise of a drone. Huh. Alright, well these guys are kinda out in the back. You know what? Maybe I won't engage anything. I keep saying that, like, I'm gonna fight, and then I just keep not doing it. I can talk the proverbial talk, but when it comes to fightin's, I'm a coward, it would seem. Alright, here we go.
To designated position.
I want to dash as many people as possible.
Rolling out.
I don't think we're gonna have any issues with that pod. Where did they go? Are they like right here? No, I think they went out this window, it looks like. Because, you know, they couldn't have just used the door, of course. Why is that activating? Book of Eons, can you please take a path that's not gonna smash a window?
Roger that.
Like, really, what kind of decision-making, Book of Eons? Seriously. It's like absolute diva.
Moving out.
And, whoa, what the heck? Why? What? Okay, this must be a drone back here, because it looks like this window up there just blew out. Alright then, you know what? Scruffy look, have a look. In the window. You see nothing. In we go.
There now.
Is that pod in here? I don't think they are. Nope. Huh. I wonder, this would be really interesting if I just kind of snuck out the back and ran to the evac, wouldn't it? I mean, no, it'd be really boring, but
Okay.
let's see if I can do it. Everybody in like ninja. Alright, now this is where I like to be in any kind of mission like this. I have 7 turns to get out of here. I still have concealment, and I'm only 2 turns away from the evac, which means I am guaranteed not to have to screw around with reinforcements. So the big question of the hour is there anything outside? You can open the doors. Who's the best hacker? Probably Scruffy Look, because Shinobis get like a really tiny bonus to hacking. Hack 20. Actually, that's pretty good. Better than Wade Anthony. Let's move, grind up here, take a look out the door. Really now? Really? Okay. Well, since I have to hack anyway, let's shut the door. Let's get everyone ready for some kind of ruckus. And then let's get Scruffy Look to ouvrir la porte. We say there, we click the button. I'm gonna lose
Working on the door.
concealment, but I have a higher chance to hack this if it's something I want to go after. I don't really care about concealment. There's only 4 enemies, so I'm actually gonna just blow it for a 24% chance of 10 intel. And Scruffy Look is a failure. Faraji Mushodi, right? Moshodi. Faraji. I don't know. Sounds good.
Come get some.
Moving to Overwatch.
We do the Overwatch, and then we go out the back door. I'm kind of okay, everything's coming here. I can hear stuff over here moving in already. I'm hoping they move over this way and try to come in like through this place. We'll find out right now if they're actually out back here. So far, so good. Let's move out, grind. If I move here, will I see back here? No. Will I see over here? Not so much.
On your order.
Wow. You know what? Let's move up here with grind. Still nothing. Well, now this is interesting. All right, let's get Faraji, whatever her name is, up. We'll come up with Max. We'll put Max in Overwatch. I'm a little worried that I'm going to see through here, potentially. No, I won't see anything that way. All right, let's move Book of Eons up to this corner. She won't see around anywhere because she's just not stepping out, so that's fine. Although it's a little risky in terms of just standing in the open. And did I not bring a smoke? Is this one of the squads where I said I was going to bring a smoke and then I didn't? I did that like 4 times. Let's bring Scruffy Look over here and Femme Laporte, something I don't often do. But now that it's done, I feel like it was a smart decision. Book of Eons, try not to get... I don't think they're gonna... See, wherever they are, they're like over here someplace, and they want to go in here, and they decided to come around that way, so we're actually doing a super stealthy maneuver.
Enemies on the move.
They're probably gonna go inside, maybe through up here or something, and not even see me, and I'm just gonna run to the evac. Oh... 1 tile away from the evac, though. Look at that. Faraji's just a little bit slow. Okay, can everyone else make it? Book of Eons can make it, no problem. Max actually cannot make it. He needs to move up. Grind can make it. Scruffy Look, no problem. All right, let's move everyone up who has to move up to make it. Good, no activations. Grind can barely make it. We'll leave him there. We'll move Max up, actually. Now let's use Grind to throw smoke on everyone, and I'm just gonna actually hang out here. And next turn, run. I don't want to even risk the activation right now. Of running out there.
What's making that noise?
They're inside, they're looking. Where'd that guy go? The prisoner. Nobody knows. Guess what, guys? We out! And I didn't take another shot again. You gotta be kidding. Yep. I didn't want to do that last turn. Hello, drone. Ooh, that's actually not bad. You know what? Let's give Max the opportunity to... Nope, that's the wrong button.
Go in for the kill.
Let's run and gun right to this spot as close as possible.
Affirmative.
And see if Max can continue his streak of epic murdering. Wow. He actually
Hostile terminated.
did it. I can't believe that. Okay, well, that was the mission. Thanks for watching. Another nail biter.
Good to go.
Actually, this was a pretty good stealthy mission in terms of like getting in the back and then exploiting the line of sight thing and then hacking, knowing they're gonna come in there, and then all that, I don't know, throwing the smoke and standing around. In terms of tactics, it was okay. But more importantly than that, in terms of results, flawless victory. A little boring though, but fear not, the next episode is gonna be, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna gear up for that supply raid, and that's gonna be a hell of a mission. It might be the next one, maybe something else will come up in the meantime, we'll see.
Reporting, Commander. I hope all of our deployments go this well.
Looks like I'm gonna go sapper with grind, let's blow up the world. Max has a promotion, oh my god. What do I want to do with Max? Normally, I would go trench gun, but his aim's pretty terrible. Do I want to go close and personal? Because Max has been like literally just a straight up murderer. Everything he shoots dies. So I could go close and personal, killer instinct. I'd probably take formidable just to get the armor so I wouldn't die a horrific death. Well, then again, I give up fortify. I think I am. I really love trench gun, but Max has such low aim. I'm gonna go close and personal. Just because of a thematic nature of Max murdering stuff, we're gonna make him into a close range, absolute executioner, and it's gonna be a fun time. Faraji Mashodi. Mashodi, that sounds good. This is actually fantastic. Now we have 2 scientists. I think that's what I need for mag weapons, which I'm not even close to getting to yet. Or maybe it was armor, I can't remember. Either way, it's good. Oh, look at this, and if we scan this, we get a resistance mech. That'll be good. I don't want to do it right now, of course, because I have these missions to deal with. Recover item from Advent Train. This is actually theoretically possible if I were to send just a shinobi. I do have the whole squad. It'd be tricky, but not too tricky. And unfortunately, Liberation 3... Now, the thing about Liberations I didn't mention in the last episode, if you fail Liberation 2 or Liberation 3, if you try them and you fail them, you have to go all the way back to Liberation 1 and start over. So don't attempt them unless you can really pull them off. And in this case, I cannot pull that off at all. Not even close. So, yeah. Number 1 key All-Star MVP issue. The supply raid, 6 days, 22 hours, let's gear it up. Rename squad, Book of Eons, boisterous boys. This is definitely gonna be Book of Eons' squad, so you know what? First thing we need to do is actually kick Book of Eons out of Wade's squad, and then add Book of Eons in here, fantastic. And that probably means we're going to swap out the other Grenadier, who is Grind. We'll put Grind in Wade's Wizened Wazox. That wasn't Grind at all. So I don't know why, but I kind of feel like Book of Eons Boisterous Boys deserves a pink, like, caution, what is that, hazmat symbol or whatever it is? Mustard custodian, it looks like it says. This looks good to me. All right, let's start gearing up with this squad. I want the best squad. This is the most important mission ever. Look at this baseline enemy activity. It's moderate. No more screwing around with extremely light. Well, that's actually, I'm gonna go straight back to screwing around with extremely light after this mission. But for this mission, no screwing around with extremely light. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna bring everyone. We're gonna bring Matt, Dejan. Who else can we get on here? Vingtanier, maybe. Disco Caddy. Actually, this is a great opportunity for Disco Caddy to be not only using a holo target and potentially some aim and her perks, but also giving the officer thing to the squad. So let's go grab Disco Caddy. We'll replace her with Mr. Actually, how about Razor for now? That sounds better. I just think technicals are better at those rendezvous missions. All right, so here's a number of plans. Number 1, mission expiration 6 days, 22 hours. I'm using my calculator to type in 9 days, 16 hours here. Actually, 9 days, 6 hours rather, and it's telling me I'll come out with 112% if I boost, and that's very useful information to know. So the first thing I want to do, the Grenadiers I think have the largest penalty to infiltration. So let's try, if we can, to put the advanced suppressor in Book of Eons. That'll cut it down to 9 days, 2 hours, which will bring it down to 113% infiltration with a boost. So ever so slightly better, another chance of knocking it down just a tad. I'm definitely gonna need some aim. Disco Caddy's gonna need some aim. Dejan's gonna need some aim. Dejan? I've been saying that wrong forever? I probably have been. Anyway, let's build a couple of these tracer rounds. I think they're really good. You can only have 1 ammo per character, so let's go to this AP round. We'll put a tracer round on Dejan. He's now up to 89 base aim. That's fantastic. We'll do the same thing over here with Disco Caddy. She really doesn't need this smoke. We'll give her a tracer. Flashbang, yeah, I am great at saying those the right way. And let's put the AP ammo over here on the Vingtoneer, probably in place of the med kit. Very good. Now, whoever's going to take damage is probably going to need our armor, so let's give that to Matt. He's most likely to need it. Nanoscale vest plus 3 HP, 11 HP. Fantastic. Do we have any other weapon mods? Answer, no. Do we have any personal combat sims? We have the hacking, which we can't use because Wade Anthony's in the med kit. Med bay, whatever. We give Scruffy looking a med kit this time around and some smoke, because he's probably just going to sit around and spot for a long time. He can actually use the med kit without breaking concealment. I'm going to forgo a little bit of mobility here in stark contrast to my usual MO. I'm going to grab an extra smoke on Dayan. I'm not going to do that, however, on Max, because I want Max to get in there and shoot when he needs to shoot. So it looks pretty good here. I have a grand total of 1 medkit, 3 smokes. Book of Eons, get rid of this flashbang. Let's go back to all grenades. She has 4 grenades, actually, because of that perk. This is pretty good. We have Matt with rocket, double flamer, and Disco Caddy with a smoke. Again, keeping armor on everyone because I've found that if I don't, people just randomly die for no reason. Anywho, this is pretty good, and this is a good example of how to use infiltration. I just don't have enough time at all to hit this infiltration, but once I boost, I'll actually be over 100%. And I might even be able to knock this down just 1 little tick to light moderate, which is underneath that. Moderate's quite a few enemies, though. 19 to 21 enemies coming right up. Book of Eons, boisterous boys, you're off.
Deployed.
All right, I'm going to let this other mission go here to recover the item from the train. I think I'd said that before. It doesn't matter so much right now. I don't actually have that big of a roster. Looking at the squad, I have a Grenadier, Shinobi, Gunner. That's it for right now. I guess I could pull someone out from the Haven, which would be Razor. We could have a little tiny squad, but I think this is an okay opportunity to get up here and check out this resistance mech crash site.
New course.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a troop column any second now, and I am not going to be prepared for it in the slightest. Well, there's not, but there is a neutralized target to get Advent's attention. And I have 8 days and 22 hours to do it. I mean, it wouldn't be hard. The problem here is, and I'm going to pass on this mission. The reason being that my Advent strength here is 2. If I get attention, I already have probably 8, 9, 10 Advent vigilance. They want to counter that 10 vigilance by bringing the strength in this region up to 10. I really don't want them to bring it up to 15 and start sending in UFOs. I just cannot deal with that right now. I have this hard mission to do in 9 days. There's probably going to be other things to do anyway, so let's ignore this Get Advent Attention mission. Even though it looks like a mission that's really easy to do, I think the strategic offset, which is actually getting Advent's attention. It's not kidding when it says get Advent's attention. I think that's going to hurt my strategic game more than help it right now. We cleared some debris. Very good. Let's stick that person on clearing this machinery so I can get more alloys. ASAPs, 13 days for 11 alloys. Then I can finally build some laser weapons. I'll probably have to research it and I won't have it done by then, but I'll be close. Speaking of research, we got 3 alloys for this officer, very good, and now we do lasers. 10 days, not bad. I'll take that. You note that I haven't built the AWC yet, and part of the reason is that I'm not taking too many wounds, so I don't feel like I really need to. Also, I don't really have people available to stick into it right now to really learn the new perks. And lastly, I really don't want to put a scientist into it because then they're not working on science, and I want to get lasers as soon as possible. All right, we got a resistance mech. We can see down here if we click on this in the Haven, resistance mechs 1. So whenever we do detect that sneaky enemy infiltrator, we're going to be a lot more equipped to murder him. Also, by the way, I think right now in the release version, the resistance mechs might be bugged, but in this version they're fixed, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Scanny scan. Okay, Advent's gaining combat awareness, giving them bonus defense and armor when in Overwatch. Alright. That's very fine. Looks like Run PMC got focus fire. Who else can we train up with some officer perks? Ooh, Izgatora. I love having my Shinobis as officers. Not even just like maximum rank officers, just low-level officers for command, so they can move and then command, which also does not break concealment, by the way. In fact, I'm going to give him Oscar Mike so he can actually boost the mobility of somebody if he needs to, like on an extract. That'll be good unless we have to redeploy him. Oh, by the way, Yves Couture is back. What do we got? Okay, this is a chance for Liberation 3. Destroy the relay. It's light, moderate, and it's 8 days. Now this is... I have only 56% over here, and I have 1 day, 16 hours. So what do? Do I gear up a kind of less than stellar squad to go on Lib 3, which a lot of enemies on it? Or do I give up 1 day, 16 hours, bringing this down to 6 days? You know what? I'm just gonna let it go down to 6, and then we're gonna redeploy this squad once this... Actually, no, because what if they take wounds and stuff? This is a tricky decision. I'm obviously not gonna cancel this mission because we're far enough into it that I want to do it. I know I'm gonna boost it at the very least. Let's boost it. Right now. That brings us to 86%. Only 20 hours until 100. I think I'm gonna run it at 100. I'm not even gonna attempt. Actually, I'm gonna run it whenever it hits normal is what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna gear up that squad. Alright, we're already at normal even though we're only at 98%. I don't think we're gonna get any better. By the way, this is not a misspelling. You should look it up if you don't know. But that's it. The next mission is gonna be a brawler. At long last, 19 to 21 enemies. When's we return. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.